We're going to be interviewing you for ESCXTRA on our YouTube channel.
It will be my pleasure. Live from Amsterdam.
Live from Amsterdam. So first of all, I want to talk about the early years.
Yes.
And what music were you listening to growing up? What made you get into music? Who inspired you?
I was listening any kind of music as I was a child, so it's not rare to find a 10 years old boy listening to all the Broadway musicals, for example. But at the same time, Turkish classical music and pop music. So open to music, even as I was very, very young. So it gives me a treasure which I can use in the later years.
Yeah. Good. So is there any particular artists that you're listening to?
Artists,
composers or
yeah, I can say as I was very young, I'm a child of disco years, so that's why it was for me, of course, a big pleasure to be a young boy during this disco time, from Gloria Gaynor to Donna Summer, and of course Tom Jones is more older. I was really very, very young. I was a baby and whatever, but I was growing up with this kind of singers.
Yeah. Okay. And so you've done lots of things. So singer, songwriter, producer, TV show presenter.
And dentist.
Qualified dentist.
And dentist.
Okay, so put that all together, how did you end up at Eurovision?
Good question. I don't know actually. This is the result of all this combination, I think, because I was not dreaming in 80s or 90s to be a participant at Eurovision Song Contest. Even my Eurovision journey has started with the victor of ABBA. This is the first Eurovision Song Contest I watched in my life. So, and I was very impressed of the contest. But all what I have done in my life gave me the power, also the wish to do more. What can I do more? So I'm not, if I finish a project, I start immediately at that moment. What can I do more in the near future? What can I do more tomorrow? So maybe Eurovision is also one of these ideas I had in my mind. I started with music professionally rather late, so not with 17, 18 years, but my target was an international career. And that's why I was not singing in Turkish language, so I started to sing in different languages professionally. And Eurovision Song Contest, I was a fan for sure, and it's a real big platform to show yourself to the big numbers of audience. So I thought it can match with my musical expectations, and it happened. But you cannot organize this. It happens if it's written in your. I believe in destiny. I mean, you do your work, but sometimes you cannot push it so much. It comes to you, and it came to me.
Yeah, and it was a challenge as well.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
So Eurovision is a very specific experience. So you have that very intense. We talk about the bubble, Eurovision bubble, and it's a very intense experience for a very short period of time. How did you negotiate things like the rehearsals? Because obviously it's not plain sailing. Things never work first time. So how do you negotiate that as an artist?
The Eurovision Song Contest is a big adventure in itself, first of all. I am producer as well, and I organize also similar festivals as a Mediterranean Song Contest, and so I know what kind of difficulties the organizers can have, having numerous participants, delegations, and Eurovision is the biggest one in the world right now. As an artist, with all this preparations and then being there and being a part of all this, actually it's a tiring process for anybody. You have to concentrate yourself, you have to be in a good health because you are running against the time, and on the other hand, you really have to love what you are doing there. If there's a moment you ask yourself, why am I here? then you lost. It's impossible. And I think all the participants of Eurovision Song Contest, they are really in love with the contest. So because they are facing the difficulties, but we all are saying yes because we want to be there, and that's why, as a result, I think this is a game. You know the rules before, and even as a professional, because right now there are a lot of non-professionals at the contest. Then you are giving your promises. What you are doing, you have to show yourself, and you are following all the rules. So there is nothing I regret. Of both experiences, actually, you are learning and learning, but I cannot tell anyone, any artist, it's a simple game. They have to prepare themselves. Otherwise, mentally, there's too many steps to be ready for Eurovision Song Contest.
So that's what you anticipating my next question, really, because you've been twice. So did you learn anything from that first experience that when it came to your second experience, you're like, we're not doing that, or we've got to do things better this way? Or
each contest is totally different from each other, so that's why in each country is very different.
Right.
The organization qualities is different, so that's why I don't want to compare Stockholm with Tel Aviv. Both are for me nice memories. Of course, in Stockholm it was the first time, and the older system, it was in a way new for me. In Tel Aviv, I knew exactly what it has to be, the schedules, and but even in Tel Aviv, I found very new dimensions of the contest, which I didn't face in Stockholm.
yeah, they're two very, very different contests, aren't they?
It's not only different cultures. It is. Both countries had its advantages and disadvantages, for sure, and that's why it's not easy to compare them in the same level. One is good in this, one in that. As a result, the people are watching a TV show. I hope without any problems, because I didn't watch the show from television. But as artists on stage and backstage, of course, we notice several good and bad things at the same time. So, but the most important thing is by TV show, and we don't need to forget that Eurovision Song Contest is a TV show. And I'm a TV producer, that's why I know what the expectations of the producers and of TV stations. As a result, we see a fantastic show, a beautiful image, and a presentation of a country, of course. And I think both countries did it very well.
Yeah. And so you, coming away from Eurovision, you've done lots of stuff, you've collaborated with lots of people. Helena Paparazzi, how did that come about? You're friends, aren't you?
Yes, let's say my international career is based in Greece. So my first step to the international music career, I went to Greece, and Greece supported me very well. At the time, my label in Greece supported me very much, and the Greek audience, Greek media, with Total Disguise. It was the same song which I sang with Elena Paparizou. At that time, I made it with Victor Laszlo. Victor was the presenter of Eurovision Song Contest in 1987 in Brussels. I think the year is right, 87, I think so. Anyway, even from that moment on, I had a special connection to Eurovision, and my first international collaboration was with Victor. And the song became in several countries very, very popular. And I wanted to make, after 15 years, a new version of this. Elena is a very old friend of mine. Before she won Eurovision Song Contest, I was the one who promoted in Turkey in several ways, and the first time Turkey gave 12 points to Greece. And we never cut our contact all those years, and she was a fan of this song. I know, and as I was searching for a female vocal as my partner, and I thought It can be only Elena. And that's what teacher said, yes, if you would do it with anyone else, I will kill you. And we did it. And it became also very successful in many countries, in top 10 hits. And our video was also one of my best memories, the days we worked together. Helena is unique. I mean, she is one of the most charming singers ever, not only at Eurovision, I think in general in all European area.
Yeah, she's a bit of a fan favourite.
Yes, yes.
And so just going back to Eurovision, would you go back to Eurovision? Because I know in some previous videos I've seen you say that not really, I'm kind of done, but
I'm very
never
clear.
seen that.
I'm very clear. I will not go back to Eurovision as singer. Twice is good. I mean, I don't want to see this addiction to I want to be again and again. There are many other singers I'm sure Eurovision fans want to see on stage. I believe that I completed my mission. It was not completed by my first time in Stockholm. I get this impression, but this time I really completed my mission. The Eurovision fans, the Eurovision world knows who I am, what I am able to do. And it's totally apart from winning or not winning. I'm talking about the placement of an artist, not on the scoreboard. So that's why I'm very satisfied, especially from the second year. Even I was satisfied in the first year. And maybe after my song, I didn't know, became after 1 year the first Eurovision entry after 15-16 years in US Billboard Dance Charts. I became 25. So it doesn't matter if you are in the final or not final. Of course you can be sad at the moment, but it is not the end of something or start of something. If you have a good song, if you trust yourself, if you're a good artist, there's always opening doors for you in the world. So, and this is the most difficult market, USA, and it showed me, okay, you are not in the final, but we are welcoming you in the dance charts. Anyway, so Eurovision is a part of my musical career, a part of my life. I met fantastic people. From media till fans, and I'm always in contact with them. And what I can do is, because I'm a songwriter as well, and Say Na 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 is also written by me. I composed the song, and it can be interesting to be back as songwriter. And we will see. I have some ideas, maybe not for this year, but it can be the other year. Who knows?
Yeah, I always say that fans get behind those artists which make the most of that Eurovision experience. Some artists don't really; they just turn up, they sing, they go, and they hope for the best. And sometimes it's people that engage with the fans; they're the ones who can get the most out of it. And so, and I think you're one of those artists that did that. So, what about? Something I do want to ask you about Turkey. Do you think they'll ever return to Eurovision? Because a lot of fans would want to see that.
Yes, the fans want it, and I'm sure part of Turkey wants it too. But I'm not sure Turkey will return to Eurovision Song Contest in the next 4 or 5 years. Yeah. It will be a time, and to be honest, there are too many rumors, this reason, that reason, voting system and stuff. In some parts, maybe Turkey is right. For some people, it's not right. But this is the decision of the broadcaster, so you cannot influence them in any way. This is just a decision. More than 6 years or 7 years, I'm not sure right now. Turkey is.
Yeah.
I think 6 or 7 years. Of course, decisions can be changed. But right now, I don't see it in 1 or 2 years, so it needs some time.
Yeah, hopefully though, there's been some great songs over the years, haven't there?
Yeah, I mean, Turkey is a very interesting and exciting country at Eurovision Song Contest, especially after the victory of Serhat. And till then, Turkey was very underestimated. Even we send the good songs. It is, we cannot say Eurovision Song Contest is very pure and or without any influence of any neighborhood, any in political stuff. It can happen everywhere. Yes. This is a platform. It's just normal. I mean, I'm not criticizing this. The only thing is, for example, what I criticize at Eurovision Song Contest, the jury system. The jury system, and even Turkey says it as a main reason, As far as this jury system is there, we will not get any international hits from Eurovision Song Contest because the juries are voting in a very different way. If you cannot bring a real good system with jury, I see some dangers for the future because jury and audience, which is actually more important because the audience is listening to the songs, have obviously two different directions. And this is not good for a song festival, a popular song festival. We are not searching who is the best singer for Caruso or for Aida. We are not sure. I mean, this is really a little bit strange. It became a little bit strange, especially this year. It's too far from each other. What's going on? I mean, it needs a solution this way for the near future.
Yeah. Okay, and back to you. So what are you most proud of? Of what you've achieved musically or maybe through TV, but what's the thing that you're most proud of so far?
Of my profession, of my career, all of them. Actually, they are all combined to each other. Okay, I cannot say dentistry and music, this is totally different, but TV and music are very close to each other. But the reason why I started with music was I wanted to have an international career, and with television in your own language, as far as you are not an actor in a TV series, you cannot reach people all around the world. Music is opening you the door to reach all these people. And maybe I can say right now, especially in the past 5 years, what I achieved this with my music, it's not easy. It is to be in German dance charts #1, 6 weeks long, or to enter other countries, to be in top 10, this is not that easy, especially nowadays, because there are too many possibilities, there are too many concurrence with other people, young, old, whatever. So that's why I'm very proud of this. As in a certain age, I'm not 20 years old, and that I could manage all this. This is actually, in a way, a miracle, and it shows, especially even the success of Say Na 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 right now. I say success because it's not Eurovision Song Contest which builds our life of music. There's a global music market, and this is the only song from this year again. And I tell you, the journey of Say Na 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 is starting 2020. It's always with my songs like that. It needs some time. It started very well, but there's no other song contest song in New Zealand in the list, in Philippines, in Malaysia, in Colombia, in Costa Rica. I mean, I'm not limited with my songs only with Eurovision Song Contest in European countries. And this is the only song who managed to be in all these charts. The remix version was in Japan, for example. This is very interesting. In America, I mean, right now, as I'm getting the reports from my label, Cap Sounds, and this is already, I mean, we are not creating numbers. It's coming from, the reports are coming from the digital providers, and it's very easy right now. Who is listening to your music, in which country, in which day, in which radio station. Even United States and Canada is in the list, in top 10. I mean, this is really for me very important to be worldwide without having any difference of cultures. Or I mean, this if you are beloved in Israel and same time in, let's say, Finland, and then you go back to Korea, and then you go to New Zealand, this is a big mosaic, and I'm very, very, very proud of it.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's something about authenticity?
It is. I think in my music I never act. It's me. And the people, they like this authenticity. This is for them. It's very real, and it's very simple. I'm not trying to exaggerate things. On the other hand, and I'm as a person over 50, it is very difficult. Don't forget the music industry is based on 18 years old boys and 19, 20, whatever, it's of course normal. They are investing money in these persons, but on the other hand, I've never seen, especially in our category, we are not in the category of, let's say, Madonna, and this is an industry war, this is something else. But in that category, I don't see so many examples. The people like, without any hesitation, just one person, and I'm very proud of it, because yes, Latin America till Australia or Europe, but the Northern or Mediterranean or Middle East or Turkey, so it is it's very special. I think there is not a recipe for this. I mean, it is me. That's all. I can't do something else. I mean, this is, if you ask me, do it this way, I can't, because this is where I sing, this is where I look, this is where I dress, this is where I talk. Maybe it comes friendly, nice, I don't know. We have to ask the people, but it works.
It works, yeah. And so, final question then, what are you working on next? I mean, next few hours you're going to be on stage here, but what are you working on? What's the next project?
First of all, there is my international album, which is already finished this year, and we made a promo during Eurovision for this. You can find it on digital platforms, but the real promotion and the real tour will be starting in 2020, because we just wanted to bring it to the market because of Eurovision Song Contest, so to give a variety of my musical career. On the other
we'll look at that, we'll put it in the show notes beneath, they can click the link below.
That's how I feel is the name of the album, and in all the musical digital platforms you can find it. And the next video will be coming for that. I'm not in a hurry, by the way. I mean, I'm not a singer who has to make each month something. No, all my songs, what I have done, are even total discussed in 15 years in all the radios. I mean, make less but with quality. Yeah. That's more important. So that's why I'm not in a hurry with the album. The album, I made an album in 6 years. I mean, why should I be in a hurry? So it's like if I would do a best of after 20 years, it would be the same. So that's why I'm trusting to the album. That's how I feel very much. And then I finished for the first time a Turkish album. And with a totally different music direction. It's more ethnic, Ottoman style, and from a Turkish poet who has died in 1941, a very popular one actually. I composed his poems, and so this will be also released next year. The album is finished, but we are right now fixing the timing, or when is the right time to make it. And this is to start, and I have some other projects, let's say on the stage there will be some tours and some road show with this Turkish album. A lot of things are waiting for me for 2020.
Good,
yeah,
that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, and yeah, all the best tonight.
Thank you very much.
Take care.